What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Noel Mikaelian versus Ilunga Makabu, and this was a 12 rounder for the vacant WBC Cruiserweight Championship of the World. And this fight was Saturday, November 4th from the Casino Miami Jai Alai in Miami, Florida. And this fight was broadcasted on Fight TV pay per view and on DonKing.com for pay per view as well. And in this fight, Noel Mikaelian absolutely destroyed Ilunga Makabu inside 3 rounds. He was the slight favor going into this fight. I was picking him to win, but by a close decision. But in this fight, he absolutely dominated the past prime over the hill, Makabu. Makabu in his last fight against Badu Jack got stopped, and I wasn't sure how his chin was going to hold up in this one, and it did not at all. Leading up to the stoppage, I had this bout scored 20-18 in favor of Mikaelian. So just to break this fight down round by round, the first round I gave a 10-10 since both fighters did absolutely nothing at all. The commentators were also asking who we're going to give that round to because they literally did nothing for 3 minutes. They were just moving, feinting, missing some jabs, like not much happened at all. But then Mikaelian picked up the action in the second as he was able to just early on in that round and sort of near the middle part of that round, Mikaelian was able to land some nice right hands on Ilunga Makabu, and he noticed that Makabu was kind of stiff, not moving his head, not firing back. So then he popped off 2 straight right hands in a row that sent Makabu down on the canvas for the first knockdown of the fight. Makabu got back up, but was badly shaken. His legs looked stiff. Mikaelian jumped on him, was just battering him for the rest of the round up until the finish, but it was a huge round for Mikaelian. Then in the third round, Mikaelian, or actually a weird thing that happened was that going into the third round, Makabu got brought to the side and got checked on, even though normally you get brought to the doctor if you have a cut or something like that, not if you're just hurt from a knockdown, which was interesting. I'm pretty sure they probably did that to give Makabu some time, considering Makabu is a Don King fighter and was a Don King card, and I don't believe that Mikaelian is a Don King fighter at all. But yeah, for Mikaelian in that third round, he knew that he had to go in for the kill because they either would have just kept giving Makabu time or they could have robbed him if it would have went the distance, if it could have been competitive, and Mikaelian could have won because when Tabiso Mchunu fought Ilunga Makabu on a Don King card, he got heavily robbed when he should have won clearly like 9-3 against Makabu. So Mikaelian jumped right on him in that third round, started just battering him, laying huge right hands, combinations on Makabu, throwing huge shots. Makabu got wobbled in the ropes. Some more shots. Makabu went down. Referee stepped in, waved the fight off. Makabu was on spaghetti legs, and it was over. And Mikaelian in his first, I think might have been his first world title shot, if I'm correct. It might have not been actually because he did. Mikaelian does have some big fights against some top tier opposition at cruiserweight, but now he is a world champion, and this goes into question: what is next for Noel Mikaelian? He's now 27-2. Yeah, huge win for him here. Absolutely destroying Ilunga Makabu. I think for his next fight, I don't necessarily think that he's going to unify in his next fight. Like, I don't think he's going to fight one of the other cruiserweight champs, considering that Chris Billum Smith, the WBO champion, he is going to be defending his title against Mateusz Masternak. And then as for the other champs, Arsene Goulamirian, I'm not really too sure what could be next for him. But I mean, for Mikaelian, I think he's probably going to, in his next fight, take on someone who's highly rated by the WBC. Like, I don't necessarily think he's going to unify. Also, with Jao Patai as the IBF champion, I mean, maybe, but I don't necessarily see him unifying his next fight. I think that we will see Mikaelian fight possibly Myris Briedis if Briedis makes a comeback. Even though he hasn't fought in a while, but he is ranked by the WBC still. We could possibly see Thabiso Mchunu get a fair shot at the world title. We could see Mikhail Cieslak fight. If not, like Yamil Peralta, Ryan Ruzicki, guys like that who were pretty highly rated by the WBC. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think that Mikaelian's going to defend his title against a decent level cruiserweight next. But as for Ilunga Makabu, he's now getting his fourth loss here, second straight KO loss or stoppage loss. He might retire. I mean, he's like 30. I think he's like 35 years old, something like that. Coming off of two straight losses, he may very well retire. If he doesn't, I really don't know what could be next for him because his chin, I don't think is going to hold up against especially some of these heavy hitters at cruiserweight. And at cruiserweight, a lot of these guys have pretty high knockout ratios. So for Makabu, I really can't say what could be next for him. It could even be retirement. So overall, Noel Mikaelian destroys Ilunga Makabu, brutally stopping him inside 3 rounds to become the new WBC Cruiserweight Champ. And yeah, that's really it on MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.